expect from you is in terms of charter schools, and how will your approach be different from the approach of Secretary Duncan?
Appreciate the question. So we think charters can play a key role in fostering innovation in education and providing better outcomes for high needs students. Certainly that's what we tried to do at Roxbury Prep and at Uncommon. We have two programs that are supporting charters. Our charter school program, which is designed to spur the creation of new high quality charters and also strengthen charter school authorizing. And we have a program that's focused on scaling high-performing charter management organizations. And the President has proposed increased funding for charter efforts. We are very focused on how we grow the number of high-performing schools that students can choose, whether it's district or charter schools. As we do that, one of the things we have to be vigilant about is authorizer quality. And as we talked briefly about, I do worry that there are places where authorizers aren't doing a good enough job. We've got to make sure authorizers act when schools aren't delivering on the promises of their charter. I think that will help lift the sector. But as states move forward with Every Student Succeeds Act and think about what interventions they will put in place in high-need schools, growing the number of innovative high-need schools, whether that's innovative district schools or innovative charter schools, should be a part of that discussion.
And one area that we may have to disagree with is on the DC Opportunity Scholarship. I know that there's some parents and students in the audience who have a very passionate position, as I do, on the importance of the DC Opportunity Scholarship, especially when you look at your commitment to equity and excellence, and the fact that we have a classic example here in Washington, D.C. of a process and a program that has produced numbers and success in a way that's inconsistent with other schools. I believe the number is the graduation rate of those students attending a DC Opportunity, with that some going as low as 38%. The cost per pupil for a DC Opportunity Scholarship program is somewhere around $9,000 to $12,000, and for the other schools it's over $18,000. When you get a 50% better graduation rate, 88% of those students go on to a 2-year or 4-year college experience. It seems to me that the administration and you as Secretary should take a second look at that program and look for ways to integrate it and to use the carryover money, $35 million, to fund more scholarships. And frankly, this is not just my perspective. This is a bipartisan perspective. When you look at the support of senators like Republican Senator Ron Johnson, as well as Senators Feinstein and Cory Booker, all have the same opinion of the DC Opportunity Scholarship. What can we do to move the administration and you as perhaps a new secretary in the direction of using that $35 million in carryover funds to fund more scholarships, when you take into consideration the fact that in the DC area, there are basically three approaches to education. The DC public schools get about $20 million a year. The Opportunity Scholarship Program is around $20 million a year. So the funds that are necessary to continue the scholarships are apparently already there. What we have an opportunity to do is to take the $35 million to use for more scholarships so that we see more kids. 97% of these kids are either African American or Latinos. We see more kids succeeding at high levels, especially when you think about the fact that 60% of these kids are receiving TANF or SNAP benefits, and yet they're outperforming their peers throughout the DC area and perhaps throughout the country.
As we talked about, and I very much respect your position, I think our view is that the number of slots in the DC voucher program should be based on annual appropriations. To the extent that there are open slots within the annual appropriation, those would be filled. We think the carryover fund should be maintained to ensure that the currently enrolled students, if new appropriations are not made, have the opportunity to complete their education in the schools where they're now enrolled. Again, I respect that we have a difference of opinion on that. I think we share an urgency. Vouchers are a scalable solution to the equity and excellence challenge, and prefer the route of public school choice, but certainly respect your position on this.
I'll just close with this, Mr. Chairman. I certainly think that your success on charter schools is undeniable, and thank goodness that you've taken that track, and it's been a successful track. I think when you look at the DC Opportunity Scholarship, the fact that over a 10-year period of time, we've seen 6,000 students come across, and 95, 93% of those kids graduate, that it would be a shame for us not to take advantage of a system or a program that is working so well, that we have so many kids that would have been denied access to higher education now being involved in higher education, succeeding in higher education, and it changes their entire family system. So for us not to take a second look at this would be a shame. Thank you.